The Transformers will return after these messages.
All right, and we are live for another Megatron draws. This is number 61. Holy shit! 8 away from the big 69. So yeah, and today I'm going to be doing Nemesis Prime. I kind of started this piece a couple months ago. I might have started. I started the basic sort of sketch work a while ago, but I just never really got around to it until now because I wanted to stream today, but I didn't really have anything planned. So I was like, oh, I'll just pull this out and work on this because Brian King actually requested I draw Nemesis Prime a while back, which I totally forgot about. So, but we're doing him today. So hopefully he's not too mad at me. And obviously you'll see the pinned comment up there. Hold on, let me just make sure it's focused properly. But yeah, I saw the pinned tweet. I started a Patreon a couple of weeks ago, and I just posted my very first piece of content there, the Rogue piece. So if you want to see that, you know, all I gotta do is click the link and subscribe to one of the different tiers. I might should change up the tier system a little bit. So I change up a few things here and there. Obviously, you got Nemesis Prime, kind of giving him a bit more of a. And he has the axe, he has the gun. So I'm kind of trying to make when I go back in ink and color this, it'll make a lot more sense what's going on in the background. And obviously the poll, I just put up a poll for everyone's favorite Prime. And obviously I put the some of the lesser known characters there because obviously, if I put Optimus Prime there or Rodimus Prime, I'd probably the poll would be like over in a second. So, all right. So we'll just put like a basic shape here for the symbol. I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. So today we're just going to do some inks or pencil and ink stream today. Might color this one next stream, or not next stream, but not next draw stream because I'm actually thinking about doing some diorama streams next week because I'm going to be getting some supplies in. And if you've been following my Twitter, I've been working on some. I've been working on the Golden Lagoon from obviously the Golden Lagoon episode. So, and I actually been recording video footage of that, so you'll be able to get to see the full process of how I kind of create the little dios, which is pretty simple to make. It just requires a little bit of investment in time and whatnot. So. Just trying to make the lines a little bit more interesting. I want to make them look a little bit different than Optimus guy. I do have my toy here for reference, so just kind of using him, even though it's a very different. Obviously, it's a different character, but it's basically the same design. So, because it's because I do not have a Nemesis Prime, which I really need to get at some point. But that's a story for another time. All right. Not just have these little not spark effects, but text. All right. So yeah, adding these little not really sparks, but little crackle effects from the axe, just to give it a little bit more aggressiveness to it. God, fucking stop. All right. Let's erase that a bit. Just gives it a bit more, evil look to him. This is going to be lightning striking the back. I think this one's going to look really good once I color it up and stuff. Yeah, I think I kind of figured out what I want to do for the chest area for the most part. So I'm just going to ink that up real quick, just so that I have some lines to work with. Let's go about there. Just wanted to find some lines a little bit. Okay. Yes. Just to kind of match. The line work on the other side. There. Not too worried about whether or not I go into some of the crackle lines, because I'm going to go over with whiteout afterwards. So. All right, so I guess we're going. So yesterday I kind of went out to go see the new Jurassic World movie. So I guess I could talk about that a little bit. Still kind of fresh, still kind of thinking about the plot, or lack of a plot rather, because it's like, yeah, it's kind of the same. It was kind of what I was expecting, honestly. I wasn't really expecting much going into it. I was just looking for some entertainment for a bit, just because I was kind of wanting to get out of the house and actually go to the theater for a bit, just hang out with the fam. But there's some good stuff about it, some good moments and good scenes, but ultimately it still has the same sort of problems with that I have with the first two films. As well as its own problems, because it's not really the best story. The best things about it were definitely the scenes with the original cast, in my opinion. I think that I just loved seeing the old cast back again. It was a lot of fun. Although this kind of goes back to Jurassic Park 3, but I was kind of disappointed that they kind of, in that movie, they kind of split up Alan and Ellie when they when the first movie kind of implied that there was going to be some sort of romantic relationship in the future for them, like they're kind of, it's kind of implied that they, with the Alan's story in that where he kind of learns to warm up the idea of having children and whatnot. Then you find out in the third movie that doesn't really happen that way. She ends up marrying someone else, and he's just kind of doing his thing. Like, I always kind of thought that they should have made Chris Pratt's character like Alan and Ellie's like son or something like that. Because that makes sense, because it'd make more sense like that, because they already had sort of just because of the relationship with the Raptors, like, I think that would make more sense. But it makes sense that someone like Chris Pratt's character to be able to, I guess, communicate with the Raptors in a way, for lack of better terms, because he's because Alan was a Raptor expert and whatnot. But let's see here. But the main problem with this movie is really the main human villain, as well as the new dinosaur, the Gigasaurus or whatever it's called. I don't know how you pronounce that shit. It's like, I was called the Gigasaur, whatever his name is. But excuse me. Yeah. So the main, let's talk about the human villain. So he was kind of I don't really understand his motivations at all, which is not necessarily needed for a villain per se in all cases, but in this case, it's just like you don't really understand why he's really doing what he does. It's kind of just like, okay. I believe it's Dot, but I think that's supposed to be Dodson, right, from the first movie. Which, one thing I do like is that he kind of goes out the same way. What's his name? The fat boy, Dennis, whatever his name was, the fat boy from the first movie. I kind of like that he went out the same sort of way by the Dilophosaurus. That's one thing that I kind of liked about it, but felt like his character was kind of just like, okay, his motivations are all over the place. They don't really make sense. All right. Here, let's get this. Another thing I didn't really like about the movie was, it was kind of like a carryover from the second film, but it was the story with the little girl where she was kind of like clone, or where you kind of thought that she was being cloned or whatever, but it wasn't really the case. I just thought all that storyline was just kind of pointless. Didn't really. But I think if you just cut out that whole character and the whole storyline from the films, I think it would have made things a lot better, honestly. Just didn't really. Stuff like that just didn't really fit the Jurassic World universe. That makes sense, or the story of that. It's just like, I don't care about human cloning. I'm here for dinosaurs. Okay, it's like I'm not here for fucking humans cloning and shit. It's like, get out of here. whatever. But the Gigasaurus. So it's kind of a, I don't know. I can't remember which period that dinosaur came from, but in any case, it doesn't really matter because it's Jurassic World. They do whatever they want. But I felt like they didn't really do a whole lot of to build that character up or that animal up. From the first couple films, especially the first movie, the reason why they were so scary and so memorable was because they really built up the suspense of seeing the T-Rex or the raptors for the first time. It wasn't just in your face. It's scariest things are usually what you don't see. Or rather, an unknown threat is more dangerous than a known threat. And that's what made the raptors really scary, is that you didn't really know that they were building up to them. You don't really see a whole lot of them until the very end. Hey, Bosit, how's it going, man? Just talking about the new Jurassic Park film or Jurassic World, whatever. Same shit. I'll probably switch up the way the crackle looks in the finished piece, but we're just working on Nemesis Prime for today. Yeah, that's good, man. It's good to hear, man. Because I didn't really have anything planned today. Because I was kind of debating in my head if I should do a stream of my diorama work I was working on last night or not. But I decided not to because it would just be way too complex to kind of film that. Or do that live, rather. So I just decided to go with filming it instead. So, but next week I will be doing some diorama work on my channel, which it should be easier because I'm just going to be doing painting that on those streams. So, but I haven't watched the Jurassic Park film. Don't plan on it. Yeah, yeah. I don't blame you. You're not really missing much, and there's some good scenes in this movie, but I can't really. I'm not gonna defend it by any means either. So I just went to see it for entertainment purposes, and I kind of just felt like going to the theater. It's been a while. It's been a whole year since I've been to the theater, actually. So. But yeah, I felt like what I was talking about earlier, the Gigasaurus, they didn't really build him up as well in this film as they did the T-Rex in the first film or the Raptors and whatnot. They kind of just oh, here's the Gigasaurus, and it's just oh, that's nice. It's you didn't build up to that, didn't really tease what his skill set is, other than he's just the big bad dinosaur of the island now, or the whatever the place was. It's just It also kind of felt like they were missing a whole plot. I think they should have shown more of what the dinosaurs were doing after Jurassic. They should have shown more of that sort of transition period of the dinosaurs kind of adapting to the mainland a bit more. Kind of just feels like it's glossed over a little bit. I set up my dead switch as a mini diorama. Oh, nice, dude. That's awesome, dude. I did like the raptor scenes. The one with the I think they were called the Atrocitus or Atrociraptors or whatever the fuck they were called. They were kind of cool. Yeah, I'll just add a little bit of a line to indicate the X. But I don't know, felt like they should have done a lot more with the Gigasaurus to make us really root for the T-Rex at the end who kills it and whatnot. It's just like it just wasn't really like as memorable as like the first Jurassic World when the T-Rex took out the I-Rex or whatever it was called. Which I'm not going to defend that film either. Like I mean, this movie still has the same kind of problems I have with the first film. But like that end fight at the Jurassic World was pretty good. Like, it was probably the best scene in the whole movie. And it was done really well. It was actually a really well done scene. Not just saying that just because I got to see the T-Rex do some fucking awesome fighting and whatnot. Take a long time in this. Their DNA was, yeah. I'm not too sure how the logistics of it would work, but yeah. Yeah, you think that would kind of be a plot line in this film, but I guess not. Because they focus, most of the story in this film kind of focuses on the little girl. I don't know if you've seen the second Jurassic World film, but the little girl who's kind of like the I guess the who was the I don't know, it was a weird storyline in this film where basically her mother was working for InGen or whatever, and they kind of had her basically make a baby without a father. It was a weird fucking storyline. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Why is this in Jurassic Park? Where it's like she was able to clone her DNA and make it so that none of this makes sense. None of this makes any sense. Like it's like it was weird. It was weird, but yeah, but I'm not gonna try and explain it because it's just fucking retarded. But like her whole storyline kind of is sort of the crux of this one. Yeah, it's kind of I don't know, if you just cut out that whole character from the second film and just focus on like the actual like preserve that they have, they could have actually done something with that whole thing of the dinosaurs kind of like having trouble adapting to the present day Earth, And they could have had like this the preserve in the film kind of be how they handled that, like this is like the only place like they can go where they're safe and whatnot, or I don't know. And you could have had the film be about them trying to round up all the dinosaurs or whatever. But I don't know, it's just all over the place. Yeah. I want to rework this crackle effect a little bit later. I do the final inks and colors and whatnot. But at least I'm getting a rough idea of what I want here. Yeah. All right. Let's try to. You wouldn't see the leg there, so it's all good now. All right, let's get the arms going. And try and ignore the hand here. So I still need to detail that up. but we'll add some detail and try and define the gun a bit. Hey, Keely, how's it going? Just drawing some robots, or robot, did you say? All right. All right. Oh, we're just talking about the new Jurassic Park or Jurassic World film. Just saw it last night. Didn't really like it. I mean, I liked some parts. Parts of it, I like the stuff with the old cast. And to an extent, I do like Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard's characters in those films. I just don't really like some of the other characters and story elements they've kind of chosen for them. All right. I did kind of like when they had LD and Alan kind of get together for finally in these films, because the third movie they kind of split them up for some dumb reason. Whatever the reason was, it was dumb. It's like the first film kind of set up that these two were going to be a thing, and then they kind of just like, nope, fuck that. All right. Just trying to think about what else to talk about this film. Blue's in it, the raptor from the couple films, and she actually has a baby, which is like, well, they kind of explain that she was crafted from or created from I think salamander DNA, and so they're able to reproduce on their own or whatever. So it's just like, okay. But I mean, it's kind of the same problem I had the first one, right? You know, just didn't really like the idea of taming raptors. I was just like, like the whole point of the first movie and the other two Jurassic Park films was that it was all about not being able to control nature. So you can't really control, like, that was the whole sort of a premise behind it, or the main or theme rather of those films. It's like. Granted, I will say that they do handle it in the best way possible. Like, I just don't really think it works in like the Jurassic Park franchise because of the theme of it. But It'd be one thing if it was a completely different franchise. I think. Just made the honestly, it kind of just made the raptors to be a little bit less scary, in my opinion. So like, oh, they're all cutesy now because they can all be tamed if you hold your hand up and be nice to them or whatever. It's like, okay, whatever. Look them in the eyes, and it's just like, yeah, we're friends now. It's like, okay. Not sure that would actually work if it was real, but whatever. Yeah, exactly. Like you can't really control nature. Like, that's the whole point of the first film is that you can't control nature. Life finds a way. All right. All right. I'm gonna grab a oval templates to do the head. This one. And need to be a little bit rounder. Hold on. No, not these ones. Where did I put my ovals? Yeah, try circles then. Okay. There we go. You can't even walk up to a feral dog or a stray cat and say, "Whoa, easy boy, we're friends now." Yeah, exactly. I mean, there are some extreme circumstances where it's like you can kind of. I remember seeing a story where a guy was actually able to build a little bit of a relationship with like an alligator or something. Like it was a story a while back, but like it seems like a very rare sort of thing. I mean, it's just dumb. It's dumb. And the T-Rex fight was kind of cut short. It wasn't really because there is obviously the T-Rex fight at the end of this film. Because you can't have a Jurassic Park film without T-Rex doing something cool. But it was kind of a very short little fight. But they didn't really build it up as well as I think they did the first Jurassic World, where they had the T-Rex come in and take out the Pretender, the the hybrid dino. Which that was a cool scene in that first movie. It was like, yeah. But in this film, you didn't really get any real emotional payoff from it. We should have Palace Cats if they think they're going to buddy up to something wild. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't know. This pen's fucking dick. Let's switch. All right. Which I better do the middle of this. Nope. Did I fuck that up? I think I did. Google them when you're done. Oh yeah, I know what Palace Cats are. I know exactly what they are. Those fat asses. Ooh, might have been. Yeah, it's fine. All right. I think it's time to race it down now. So I think we got all of our information we need. Just gonna get that. Actually, this is like. All right. All right. This guy just does not want to be erased, does he? There we go. Got you, bastard. I'm kind of hoping to see the Carnotaurus a little bit more as well in this film. They had it for like one scene, 1 or 2 scenes. That was about it. I was like, eh. Like, I grew up on the dinosaur movie, the Disney dinosaur movie. I don't know if you've seen it before, but I used to always love the Carnotaurus in those movies. Thought they were cool because they had the devil horns and stuff. But I think they made those animals, those ones, a lot bigger in the film, in the Disney film than they are supposed to be in real life, or when they were alive. But I don't know what the hell the director, Colin Trevorrow or whatever, was saying about the dinosaur. Apparently was going to be like the Joker, like he wants to watch the world burn. I didn't get that vibe at all from this movie. It's like, it's a stupid idea, first of all, to make a dinosaur like that. It's like, dude, they're not people, they're animals. Like, they have animal instinct. It's not, they're not, I don't know. They don't have, like, human motivations, And they didn't even portray that in the film. It's just like, okay. Because it's like in the film, the dinosaur, just the Gigasaurus he's referring to, is just like, it's just an asshole dinosaur that's going around killing people, or establishing dominance in the little preserve or whatever. Okay, yeah. If you've seen the dinosaur film, they're kind of like the main sort of villains, quote unquote villains. Not really. I don't really consider like animal villains to be villains. I just consider them to be animals because that's what they are. It's just like there's the predators of the film, But like, yeah, the director kind of came out and said like, yeah, they're gonna be, this Gigasaurus is gonna be like a Joker. Yeah, he just wants to watch the world burn. It's just like, when was that in the film? It wasn't even. I don't understand this idea. It's like dinosaurs don't think that way. They're fucking stupid. Like, dinosaurs are not that fucking intelligent, dude. Or at least not that in that way. They don't really think like that. Only cats think that way. All right. All right. I think we're ready to move on to the hand and the little details on the torso and whatnot. You need to pull. I need that. Just trying to see. Using my toy as a reference. All right. Really good advice for artists is if you have toys of what you're drawing, use them. It's really useful. Really useful to see a character's design and whatnot from a 360 angle. Now, I've drawn Optimus Prime like a million times, so I kind of have his design sort of memorized for the most part. So I'm just going to try and get the basic layout and start making his fingers a little bit more interesting. But yeah, like the Carnotaurus is actually in the second film as well. They were in a couple scenes. I told Mackie when he was trying to do muscle shading. Oh yeah, definitely. All right, just trying to get the basic shape of the thumb. Here. I'll start by drawing it as like a human fingers, and then I'll kind of add the robotness to it. Yeah. So yeah, I think I might make those eyes a little bit smaller. Yeah, just draw the whole thing. Just make a line right through it. Here. Okay. Let's do that. That, I think the probably the hood of the truck. It's like a little flapper, not flat. It's a part of the truck that needs to be added. The roof sort of bits here. This little indent or whatever. I'll add that into the final inks. I don't really want to do a whole lot of whiteout work for this one. All right. I'm trying to fix up the hands a bit more. This hand cover the whole gun, or just half of it. Okay. Just to bring the size. That should be good. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Oh, I think I went too far there. Jay's finger should be a little bit shorter there. Have you seen the Free Market? Thought she was really cute. something wrong there. Which one? Are you talking about the new Copic figure, the Optimus Prime one, where it's like an anime chick version of her? Because still, I saw it, and it's fucking awesome. Oof. Hmm. All right. See you in a minute. Boast it. Time is it? 4:22. Ooh, weed hour. It's weed o'clock. I hate drawing fingers. Do this. Oh, shit, the pen on this is beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, it's my dog upstairs. All right. Yeah, I really love the Copic They look really fucking cool. They actually have a Megatron too coming out, which was pretty fucking dope. Really like the style of it there. All right. Hey, Corey. How's it going, man? All right. Okay. A little shadow here. Light blue almost. Baby blue is a good contrast. Yeah, it is. It's really, I really like it. All right, let's get this guy. Chest plates. So we kind of match it the line. Got to rethink these lines. Or do the final links? Kill the female Vega. Ooh. Yeah, yeah. I'll have to make note of that. Yeah, actually, I will add a thicker line to this. There we go. All right. I'll be able to find it. I'll probably look it up later, or just DM it to me. I'll probably take a look at it later. Might try hopping on Mara's stream today on her YouTubes. If she's still not mad at me from our Fortnite rumbles. I start saving more of our Fortnite streams because it's fucking hilarious. Let's see. All right, here's a little fence coming out. All right. So this guy needs to be a little bit thicker at the bottom. Yeah. We'll fix the antennas when I do the final inks. Kinda. I kinda got it killed last time. Because I don't know if you played the game, but they give you these things called shockwave grenades, and you can basically knock both yourself, opponents, and your own teammates far away with them. And you can actually hit your own teammates with a truck if you want. And Mara threw one at me, and in retaliation, I threw one at her, and then knocked her into a bunch of enemies and into a fucking flaming ground or whatever, like the fire, like the ground's on fucking fire. And I fucking knocked her into it, and she's gonna end up dying from it. But yeah, that's basically the general gist of how we play Fortnite. It's like I always make it a point to piss her off as much as possible. All right. I'm not really liking the chest here. It's a little too thick up here, I think. Oh, well, I'll fix that up another time. Because I still have to do transfer this to blending cards, so it's easy fix I can do when I do the final inks. So. Let's do the little wipers here. There we go. All right. I think I'll make the light a little bit thicker here. Looks a little off there. I don't play Fortnite only on my Switch can run, and I suck with the controller in the game. Oh, okay. Double daylight on the Switch is just plain ass. I got stuck on. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I was having the same problem with the Evil Dead game. I was playing with Mara and them, and I just didn't like it. I was just like the controls are just fucking obnoxious to play with. It's just like I can't move, like, because I'm always getting stuck on things. It's even worse for me to play as a demon. You get stuck on the most dumb shit. So I like games that are a bit more movement oriented. I like to move around really fast. At least it wasn't as bad as A2O Delirious. Stuck in DAB DVD. Yeah. All right. So I'll pull up the 05 just to thicken up these lines here. So I like the lines nice and thick. Nice and thick. That's how I like it. All right. Yeah, no, I think the problem is I think the windows are a little too close together. I have to fix that later. I feel like this part is a little bit higher, too high up. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Another thing I need to fix when I do the final inks. Yeah. I think if I bring this up to here. And just do that. Yeah. Yeah, because I think this part on his torso is supposed to be a little bit shorter. All right. So, you know what? I'll just do it right now. Because fuck it, I'm bored. I can. All right. I'll just black it out. Which will work here because this guy's supposed to be all black. Anyways. Here. Let's grab a pen. We need to DNFL dual thick mods. You'll get a kick out of those. Yeah. I think this is a little. One thing I kind of noticed is the chest is a little too long. So I think that when I do the original, the final inks, I'll kind of move the crotch plate a little bit higher up when I go to transfer it. One of the benefits of having a light pad or light box is stuff like that. You can easily fix a lot of mistakes. Make the final image a lot cleaner. Just go that way. Yeah, might as well go all the way with this. I'd love to see a real truck built like Nemesis Prime. Ooh. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Always wanted to see a proper Nemesis Prime in the films, or in a good Transformers movie. But they did do him in the, I think, the 5th movie, but it was just Optimus Prime turned evil. Or mind controlled to be evil, which honestly, with that version of Optimus Prime, I wouldn't be surprised if he turned evil anyways. It's just the way they portray that character, man. Yeah, I think I need to replace you soon, Mr. Brush Pen. But yeah, he just has a really cool color scheme. I really need to get a figure of him one day. I'm thinking about getting the It's either going to be the Transform Element one or it's going to be the MP44 version. Which I find I'd really like to see, would love to see actually happen is the Nemesis Prime versus Shattered Glass Optimus Prime. I think that'd be a really cool fight to see. See Omega Prime in the movie. Ooh. Well, they could do that if they did the Shattered Glass universe, which is where the Autobots were all evil and the Decepticons were all good. That would be a cool movie, too, if they actually did the Shattered Glass stuff. Hold on, I need to check, see our boy's color scheme here. Make sure I'm not going over things that shouldn't be going over. All right. Nemesis Prime. Just trying to see if his hands are supposed to be black or gray. Just, I think gray would be better, honestly. I think it just contrasts better, so let's go with that. But they kind of did a evil Omega Supreme in Transformers Animated when they had Megatron use the protoforms to clone Omega Supreme, which was kind of a nod to the original cartoon. It was kind of like a nod to the other Guardians. Oh, that was Unicron. He was the Planet Eater. I was referring to Primus, which was actually Cybertron, who was kind of the creator of the Cybertronian race, as well as their home. Which this stuff was kind of more explained or the idea of Primus came about in the Marvel comics, I believe. And it's kind of explored later on in other media. And they're actually making Zeta Toys, the guys who made the Unicron, third-party Unicron, they're actually making a Primus now, too. Ooh, well, they were going to have Unicron in the fifth movie, or the sixth Transformers movie by Michael Bay, but the fifth movie wasn't very good. I'm kind of glad that they didn't, honestly. They're kind of doing some stupid stuff with where they were setting them up anyways. All right, I'm going to leave that because I need to do the symbol. But I'd love to see since we're doing a Prime and well, he was kind of in the IDW. I think is IDW where it was Nova Prime who became Nemesis Prime in the IDW universe, and he was kind of like a. And he kind of what happened is I think he went into the Dead universe, and it kind of drove him mad or whatever, and it turned him into Nemesis Prime. And they kind of explored this a little bit in the Devastation video game, the one that came out, I think in 2016 was when it came out. I can't remember when that game came out. Which honestly, I really love that game, story wise. Like to me, like and just like overall like tone wise, and just the way it was implementing like more modern story ideas and whatnot from the franchise, while also keeping in the G1 sort of atmosphere. To me, that's how the franchise should be portrayed from now on. Like just that overall tone, like while also being able to introduce newer elements and make them feel like they belong, you know, in that whole world and stuff. Pop up shit. NASA would be like, what the fuck is this thing? They all fucking shit their pants, honestly. All right. All right. Should get this arm going. Yeah. Thanks, man. Now Brian King can't give me shit anymore. Because apparently he, I think he like requested this guy a while back. I totally forgot about it. I was like, oh. So now you can't talk shit to me. You can't get on my case anymore because I'm doing it. All right. Yeah, do that. Yeah. I totally fucking forgot about that. I was like, oh. So you made a request? When? I totally forgot. Might actually do something on Patreon for that, where I have a tier where people can like vote or make suggestions that will make it into like a video or something like that. Maybe, do something like that. All right, let's get this symbol going. Luckily, the Decepticon symbol is a little bit easier to draw than the Autobot symbol, because the Autobot symbol has a bunch of bullshit on it. It's a pain in the ass to draw. All right. Go about there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Not too shabby. Okay. All right. Got our symbol. Let's see. All right, let's see what the chat's saying. Windblade versus, ooh, maybe. Sounds more like something that would be on the hub. Yeah, definitely sounds like that. So I think I'll add like a little border around the symbol here. Yeah. All right. Touch that up with the wax. No, let's go over it. Fuck it. Fuck the border. We'll use whiteout or the Uni-balls to kind of cover that up. So like a bandana versus, ooh, that'd be a cool fight to see. But unless they have something to counter the Matrix, I think that it's going to be a pretty big curb stomp for Prime and Megatron. But Bayonetta might actually stand a chance because she's a witch or whatever. But Prime has a Matrix that can basically destroy a god, which was Unicron, so... I don't know a whole lot about Bayonetta, so I can't really comment on that, how that would go. All right. Let's get the legs a little bit detailed up here. All right. Oh, you know what? Kind of fucked that up. Yeah, let's make it longer here. All right, we'll fix up the legs another time. Over. All right. Let's do the background now. Oh, okay. Well, then she's got a fighting chance then. Wait, can she breathe in space? If so, because if not, if they take the fight to space, then she's gonna fucking die instantly. Okay. I was gonna say, if she can't survive in space, then Megatron or Prime could easily take her there and just like boom, dead. All right, I think that's gonna do it for the stream. I think I'm satisfied with this for the time being. Actually, I'll fix up the do a little bit of the waste, and then we'll color wrap. Just gonna say I beat the first bayonet on the highest. Oh, nice, dude! Non-stop infinite climax. The real pen. I imagine so. Yeah. It was a idea I kind of got from, I think Jim Lee might have given me this idea to basically use like well, he used ink, like natural ink, but I just use like the big brush pens, which are really hard to find now, unfortunately, where I live. I think they're going away or something, but I just like put that on I just write on a piece of towel and just like rub it into the, just really quick and easy way to make like a little stormy background or whatever. Yeah, I'll check. I've been checking a little bit. Other places. I have to look around. There's one store that might have them where I live. That's why I don't. Like, I typically like to buy my art supplies in store. If I kind of like try to use online purchasing because sometimes it gets a little pricey. It's usually cheaper to buy them in person. You have to pay for shipping costs and whatnot. on eBay, they're fucking ridiculous how expensive some of these markers are. I was like, holy shit, like like $30 or $40 for a goddamn pen marker. Is like, what the fuck is? Are they really like not making these things anymore? It's like, why are they so expensive now? Did we dry up all that India ink, or what's happening? All right. Yeah, I'll black that all out because shadows exist. There we go. All right, I think that'll do it. Only boss I haven't beaten in Bayonetta is a secret one. Gotcha. All right, I think it's going to do it for the stream. Just want to go for a quick stream today. Don't want to go too long. But thanks for joining me, everybody who stopped by in the chats. Next weekend, maybe a little bit, or next week maybe. I might do it all week next week, depending on my work schedule. But I will be doing some work on my diorama, which here I'll see if I can get a picture pulled up of what I'm working on. Hurry up, stupid ass computer. Yeah, not that one. Should have pulled this up earlier, but whatever. All right. Can you open up, please? Going slow, dog. All right, there we go. I just need to share screen. But if you haven't been keeping up with the Twitter, this has been what I've been working on for the past couple, last day or so, because I been wanting to add more to my do more dioramas. So this is going to be the Golden Lagoon, and I actually filmed parts of this. Actually, some videos that'll be or there'll be a full video kind of showing the whole process once it's all done. But yeah, so next week we'll probably do a couple streams painting this up. Yeah, and obviously I kind of have Bumblebee and Huffer here because I'm kind of using them as sort of just as a size sort of comparison, or so that I know that when I do get a beachcomber and like a sea spray, that's where they're going to go, and it's just so that I know that they will fit in these areas. And obviously I have Inferno here, which is eventually going to be Hoist when I eventually get him as well. But that's sort of the general, just sort of general layout for this one. And I just have some people down there doing their thing. But yeah, that's the plan for me. I'm going to hopefully do a couple streams sometime this week, depending on when I get paid, and if work doesn't take it out of me this week, I'll try to do some painting streams and stuff. So yeah, that's basically it for me. And after that, I'll probably be back to doing regular draw streams. So I'll probably work on that Grimlock that I started a couple weeks ago. Or was it last week? Yeah, I can't remember. And I have some other things I still need to work on, get back to the Combiner Wars series. So, yeah, it's going to do it for me. Later, Bostet. and everyone else who stopped by, Keely, Corey. Good to see you all. So, I got to end the poll first, and Sentinel Prime came in at the end to win it. But yeah, let's find a clip to end us off on. We need a funny. I think we need a funny clip here. So, yeah, since we're talking about Mara earlier, we'll play this one.
God damn it! God damn it!
Game over.
I was trying to. Darth Megatron, you were teabagging me.
Optimus Prime's gonna kick your ass! Optimus Prime's gonna kick your ass!
I'm going to beat the shit out of Optimus Prime, and then I'll do the same to you, Bumblebee!
Bumblebee? I'm not Bumblebee. You're not gonna beat the shit out of anyone today.
Oh yeah?
You're yesterday's model, Megatron, ready for the scrapping.
Oh, I've never heard that one before, Prime. Got any new material?
Junk. That's what you are. Junk.
Still doing the same set, I see.
Optimus Prime!
Well, Prime, that's big talk from a robot that can't even fly.
Oh, yeah?
Do you need to borrow a rocket pack? Thundercracker, pull a rocket pack out of your ass and give it to Optimus Prime.
Fuck you.
The Transformers will return after these messages.